can get ready to wrap up the Ron and Fez show. Thanks for being with us tonight on WJFK, live 105.7 and 1010 The Buzz.
Big old retard I am. Smart Jen. And I smell like old shoes. I could never sleep over when I had sex. I always had to leave that night. I'm a dumb, southern, Jersey, mullet-wearing retard. I'm an inbred, crack baby retard.
That was Crazy Jen having her meltdown the other night, Fez.
I think she was finally getting it right. She was just reading her resume someone had handed her.
If only. All right, Fez, you got to pick a big winner here, buddy.
That's right, I do. This is for the WWE tickets, and that is coming up Monday Night Raw this coming Monday at the MCI Center. And the winner is Holly, who lost it when the woman went through 3 light cycles without running over the sensor to change the traffic light. Holly finally lost it and went up to the woman's window and screamed, "Idiot."
You don't often, you know, women will call you idiots or yell names at you. They don't often put it in park and get out of the car and be ready to throw down over it.
It doesn't take too many light cycles to miss, though, until you get to that point.
Yeah, but when you leave that, you have no idea what you're doing with your life. I got it, Dubs. What you happen to be doing with your life. All right, Fuzzy, here's a little spy report.
Spy report. Spy report.
And you'll be glad to know this one. John Kerry has asked Hillary Clinton now to speak at the convention. So you don't have to worry about Hillary having her feelings hurt anymore. There it is. She gets a chance. Her job is to say a little something, then bring up her husband, Big Bill Clinton.
Nice. Well, there you go. That's these candidates, asking and it will be given at this point.
Well, they said he was just deluged with phone calls, mainly from women, they said, of, make sure that you take care of Hillary. Women love Hillary for some reason, I guess.
Yeah, I think because of, what she went through with Bill and then went and got her own Senate career and everything.
Yeah, she would have gotten that without Bill. Thank you very much. That's what she went through with Bill, the chance to become the First Lady and a United States Senator.
I think the fact that she got a nice reward for putting up with all his stuff over the years.
Putting up with what? The millions of dollars that have come her way? The fact that she had a chance to travel the world with the President of the United States? Then she needs some kind of reward for that. Fuzzy, you women drive me crazy. You drive me out of my mind. The fact that she married the guy. You know, when you marry a Bill Clinton, exactly the ride that you're in for. You think he suddenly changed as the years went by?
No, that's exactly it. It's years and years and years of this.
Yes, and that's the guy you like. So what's the problem? That's his personality.
Well, this time she got caught up in that Today Show vast right-wing conspiracy.
Well, that time I actually think she was right. I was never one of the people who thought she was somehow nutty for saying right-wing conspiracy. And Michael Moore, your hero, happens to feel the same way. But I'm always confused why you marry a guy who is a cat. You know he's a cat. He was a cat when he was young. What do you think he's going to do? Change as the years go by? And did he not come home? Every single night, Big Bad Bill Clinton came home. What's the problem? Did you get the check?
He always came home, but I think the fact that they worked on all of this stuff together and he was willing to ruin it, perhaps lose it all, over the girl in the beret, I think that's probably what drove her nuts a lot.
It's not so much that, because that's who he is. Guys that go after stuff like that like to meet women. Guys that are timid and don't get ahead in life, they're going to be home all night. They're the guys that are going to be doing the chores. But if you're going to marry a Bill Clinton, Donald Trump, a Pete Rose, an O.J. Simpson, that's the guy you're marrying right there. You're going to get some good times, and you better be able to give some.
But with the O.J. Simpson, the bad times shouldn't include getting your head almost cut off.
Well, that's when she left. You're missing my point completely. My point is this. The alpha man cats. That's what he does. He's a cat. If you want the beta man who's going to be home, live on a budget, Hillary. Live on a budget. And then your point of, because he went out and did some stuff, she needs to speak at the Democratic convention. That's how much she gets.
Now I wonder how they're going to fit everyone into this convention, because they added Jimmy Carter, too.
Oh, I'd keep him on a short leash. I wouldn't let him do too much talking. I'm wondering if the conventions are going to be even that big. I mean, both things are completely settled down. You're not going to get any news there at all. You're not going to have any disagreements. I mean, that's a fun convention when you have people out there who are really pulling for a certain candidate or really pulling for a VP candidate, and you don't know which way the states are going to go. When you got two sweeps like this one, you know, there was even some talk of maybe the network shouldn't carry it. I don't see any reason why they should.
The networks are going to do 1 hour a night.
Yeah.
And leave it, the rest of it, all to the cable news.
Well, you know, especially since so many of the networks own the cable news now, or cable stations that they can throw it to. When did the Olympics start?
The Olympics start in August. Right? Like maybe August 9th or 10th, something like that.
Yeah, so we're 2-3 weeks away from that. And we got both conventions coming up. So you're not going to get a lot of regular TV.
No. With the conventions, you know, you were talking about the lack of surprises. Even like the Ron Reagan speech, he said, you know, that's just going to be about stem cell. I'm not going there to attack the president. I just want to promote stem cell research.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that you are showing up there promoting stem cell research is an attack on the president. So don't act like, this has nothing to do. Your last name is Reagan. You're showing up with the Democrats. Oh, thank you for the favor of not running down the president of the United States like you were Whoopi Goldberg on an angel dust high.
I think the Democrats win that battle because the GOP, they have Zell Miller from the other party speaking on George Bush's behalf. But I think Ron Reagan Jr. tops a Zell Miller in people crossing party lines.
I don't even think it's close, Fez. I mean, especially after this year with President Reagan and wanting the fact of, you know, Bush's people, and you understandably so, want to try to connect that Reagan name with Bush's name, and you can't blame them for it. It's a political move that's smart to make. If they didn't do it, everybody call him an idiot. And there's the next Ronald Reagan at the wrong convention. Speaking about an issue, using, you know, his dad as an example of how this stem cell research could work out. Now, did you happen to see any of the people in Congress that are getting up and trying to make sure that all the weddings are going to be male and female coming up?
Just ridiculous comments.
Embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. And I'm just always wondering, and I wanted to do this tonight in the fastest hour, but we didn't get to it. I wonder if they have any sense of history whatsoever. Have you seen the people that tried to stop equality for everyone in this country? Because if you even take somebody like Thomas Jefferson, it will always be that asterisk on his name that he was a slave owner. He'll never be able to have the complete genius of the early republic because he was not ahead of the times. He was a man of the times when there was slavery. And you go through, and everybody in the South during the 1950s looks like a maniac now because they didn't want to give blacks equality. Everybody who didn't want women in the workplace or women to have equal rights with men now looks like a maniac, even though at the time they were in a 50-50, 60-40 debate. But history shows in this country that eventually through the courts or through public opinion that we will try to get equal rights out there. And this is just the beginning. We're not going to have gay marriage in this country within the next year, 2 years, probably 5 years. But it will come. And if your name is left behind as being one of the people railing about it, now you're going to look like George Wallace.
Well, if you looked at some of the senators on the floor when they were bringing up their comments about this, none of them had any sort of real reason not to do it. Economically, it could hurt this, or it could cost a loss of jobs, or something like that. Every one of them went with the giant catastrophic thing of this could be the end of America as we know it.
How does this hurt an American family? I have no idea. And I heard this quote today from Marie Osmond, so I have no idea if it's true. She was on the talk show, saying that 69% of American families are one-parent family homes, which I had no idea if that's a true number or not, but that's the one she threw out there. So if that's true, and yet you're worried more about gay people wanting to be together and less about straight people who don't want to raise their own children, I think that the American family is already shot in the ass.
Well, yeah, because the whole argument on that side of it is protect the sanctity of the institution of marriage. And, you know, and it's...
I do know, Fez. I do know.
And at any point, you can go get a divorce. You know, the sanctity, if it's something that should endure for a lifetime, it's very easy for any couple to just destroy the so-called sanctity.
And the other thing I never understand about it, the people who want less government are always the ones who want to have more government. The whole point is to not let the church's views get involved with the government or the government's views to get involved with the church. And we have a tendency to confuse them all the time right at the top.
You'll hear the president say this: I don't want a few judges, a handful of judges in Massachusetts or Oregon deciding for everybody that gay marriage is legal. They shouldn't be able to impose their will on the entire country.
Right.
So what's the answer? An amendment to the national constitution of the United States of America.
I just don't see him thinking he could even get that amendment out there.
Yeah, that's the odd thing, that this thing went to the Senate. It didn't get enough votes to debate it on the Senate floor. It didn't even get put on the agenda to talk about it.
Because it's a no-win situation. I mean, I'm not saying that people in America like gay people. I'm sure a majority of people in America are uncomfortable about gay people. But a majority of people used to be uncomfortable about mixed marriages between the races. I'm sure we may even have a majority today are uncomfortable. Guess what? It's none of your damn business. It has nothing to do with you, what your neighbors are doing next door.
I guess that's to secure a religious base, right? If you're going to go ahead and throw out something that you know you can't win.
I have no idea. You're asking me what his strategy is? I couldn't believe to tell you. How you feeling, Dubs, after your 6 energy drinks earlier in the show?
I'm really starting to hit the wall now.
They're starting to wear off?
They are. I think I'm...
You need some more?
I have to make it through till 1, so I might.
What are you going to have?
Hey, Sid, can you bring those in here? Let's see what we have left here.
There's one here. This might have gotten shaken up, though. It's Tropical Blast.
Ooh.
I don't think shaking up is going to hurt an energy drink.
I just don't want it to explode on your new equipment, J-Dubs.
There's no carbs in there, I don't think.
No carbs, no sugar. So.
I'm at carbonation.
Oh, yeah. There's a little carbonation. All right.
Oh, you're a wild man.
There you go. Just chug it. Oh, now you're wearing half of it.
All right.
You're back already?
I can feel it coming back. It's like it goes right into my blood almost.
But you know what? The new stuff may help mix in with the little stuff that you still have in there.
Yeah.
But you say you're worried about being incontinent. You've been running back and forth to the bathroom every chance you got. And then he said his pants were a little wet.
They're really wet now.
You just have like a straight, direct line to the bladder.
Yeah, but it's more of a drip.
A slow, painful drip. Now, me, I had one, and I started scratching at myself. I got very itchy towards the end of it.
Also, you're very red-faced. And I didn't want to even bring that up earlier, but I know... Are you having any of your high blood pressure problems?
I don't feel like I am. I should probably hook myself up to my home machine.
Is his face extra red, or...?
It does seem a little more red than normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can never tell. Sometimes I'm like, well, I shouldn't even bring it up to Fez and just see if it doesn't change. You know, I'm always afraid that if I say something to you, you'll kind of overreact to it or whatever. So I was just playing it by ear until you said the itchiness.
Yes, it could be just, say I've scratched myself there in my chest.
Yeah.
is all scratched.
That could be one of your arteries hardening.
Right there?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's too close to the neck.
Yeah, I know.
That's too close to the carotid artery.
You know what? I better open a vein for you and just get everything flowing.
Just water me down. Water some of this blood down.
All right, tomorrow night, Fezzi, a lot to do.
That's right.
Yeah, that is right.
Tough Crowd's Stalker Patty will be stopping by.
Oh, we forgot to call her.
Oh, that's right.
Now, you picking her up tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm going to pick her up at the airport.
11:30.
I know 11:30, and I know the airport, but I have no idea which airline.
Well, she'll be at her house tonight, so you can give her a buzz, in a couple of minutes.
Yeah, I'll give her a call. I got the number.
All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow night, 7 o'clock.
It's the Rod and Fez Show.